It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso only on SABC3. We're celebrating St. Patrick's Day. A very happy St. Patrick's Day to all of our Irish viewers out there this morning. Next up, though, Andrea Duplessis gives us tips. It is Salt Awareness Week, and she's talking about foods that contain hidden salts that we should try and avoid, especially if you do suffer from hypertension or high blood pressure.
On this Salt Awareness Week, we are back at the bustling waterfront food market to look at some more of those hidden salts that we find in our daily diet. We know that salt is a vital nutrient, but unfortunately, there are traps all around us of foods that contain just too much. Andrea, why is it so important for us to have this week dedicated to salt awareness?
I think the main reason why we're celebrating or talking about Salt Awareness Week is for people with high blood pressure. With hypertension or high blood pressure, eating salt is possibly increasing your blood pressure, and that's very dangerous. And that's why there's so much emphasis on trying to identify which foods contain lots of salt, and in particular, where are hidden salts, where you would never guess to find them.
So if we have been identified as a person who is at risk of high blood pressure, what should the next step be?
Now, whether you're on medication or not, you then need to be very mindful of reducing the salt in your diet and watching out for foods that contain lots of salt. So somebody with high blood pressure may be mindful and buy healthy ingredients like olives and feta cheese and biltong, but because they taste so salty, that's a warning sign that they are rich in salt. So the secret there is to use those salty foods sparingly.
Although olives, feta cheese and biltong are obviously salty, you can spot hidden salts in other foods by reading labels carefully.
For someone who isn't that clued up, it can be a little bit confusing when you look at the back of a label and you don't know, you've got no comparison or you've got no perspective on how to judge it. How should we be reading the information on a food product?
Okay, so if you want to shop mindfully for foods that are low in sodium, the one tip is to read the food labels and compare similar products and buy the ones with a lower sodium content. And some food products like the Vital Soy Sauce is pointing out specifically that it contains 60% less sodium than regular soy sauce. If you've got high blood pressure, looking for something like a breakfast cereal, certainly you don't expect to find the sodium in there. The way to find out if it's high or low in sodium is to read the labels. So you'll see, for instance, a muesli product will contain a lot less sodium than the bran flakes. I think the key tip here is to watch out for the hidden salts, use your taste. Salty foods contain lots of salt, but also use your eyes, read the food labels and try to identify the low salt alternatives.
So if you are affected by high blood pressure, make sure you are reading labels and you are fully aware of the amount of sodium you are taking in. There are a lot of traps out there that you can fall victim to, but also some great alternatives to get the flavor that you want out of your meal.
For every Vital supplement you purchase, R1 will be donated to the Vital Foundation to support organizations that fight women and child abuse. R1 makes a difference.